there's men out there that are not present in their children's lives.
Yeah.
And they will use the line of, well, my dad was never around, so I don't know how
Bullshit.
to be a dad.
No, it don't matter, bro. Of course you don't know how to be that, but that's how we keep. I'm sorry because that pisses me off, and I'm about to go on a quick little rant. But you can't do that. Like I stopped talking to a couple of my homies that were like that. Like I let it slide before I became a dad because I didn't know it. I was just like, you lost some respect, but it wasn't like now as a dad, me not being in my kid's life. I don't respect you, bro. Like how could you? It's such a cop out. Like of course you didn't know. You learn that shit. You also didn't have a dad to teach you how to ride a bike. You learned that shit. We're supposed to be men. The most masculine thing a man can do is to take care, protect, and plan and provide for the life he helped create. That is the
Cap.
most masculine, manliest thing we can do. And if you can't do that, bro, you're not my.
Cap. Because most men don't do that, so it's not masculine. I rock with most of the things that of course the sentiment of this. I mainly wanted to share this with y'all because I just can't stand men lying constantly about or making excuses constantly about how we don't. The reason why we're not good fathers is because we didn't have good fathers in the house. Why do you need a man to teach you how to be a parent? A parent is a parent. A parent is a parent. I want to say this. Look at me when I tell you this. A parent is a parent. A human is a human. You can learn how to be a present parent by being raised by a mother. If your mother was present, then you should know you should go, hey, I want to be like my mom and be present. If your mom wasn't present and your dad wasn't present, and you don't like the way that makes you feel now, because now you know how it makes you, you know how it made you feel when you were younger, then you go, I'm going to be a present parent because my mom and my dad weren't present, and I know how that made me feel. So I'm going to be present. Like, why do you guys? You don't. You don't need somebody to teach you that. You don't. You can learn through. You can learn through observing the actual act in and of itself, or you can learn by the negative. You can learn by being like, they didn't do that, and look what happened. Right? I got a homeboy. He never drinks water when we work out, and then he passes out when we work out. And I'm go, damn, I should probably drink more water. He went to the doctor, come to find out it's because he's dehydrated. I should probably drink more water. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't need to pass out first. I didn't need him to drink a gallon of water a day. I think the lessons actually get learned by the negative a lot of times better than by the positive. You being able to feel how it feels to be a neglected child or a neglected person, and you going, I know that shit sucked for me, so I never want that to be the case for my child. That should be all the selling points you need. I learned how to parent. A lot of the ways that I learned how to parent was because of the things that didn't happen to me when I was younger, the things that I didn't get to experience. Not because of, oh, my mom did this, so now I'm going to follow in her footsteps. No, I took the things that made me feel good, that my mom did, but I also took the things that my mom did that I didn't like and said, I'm not going to do that. Like, I don't like the because I said so. My mom wasn't a because I said so kind of parent. But I'm just saying, like, I never liked that as a child. I never liked hearing because I said so. I always wanted an explanation if I wanted one. You know what I'm saying? So I don't need my mom to I didn't need my mom to explain every fucking thing to me, and for me to be like, you know what, moving forward, I probably should explain everything to my kids. Like, no, I explain, like, I know how shitty that makes me feel when even as an adult, when somebody says, oh, just do it because I said so. Or when you ask somebody like, hey, why are we doing this again? Or what's the need of doing that? Like, you're just trying to get clarification. They're like, it's just a part of the job. I don't want to hear that. Why do I need to fill out these forms? Maybe we can streamline this process, right? Maybe we can be more efficient. There's a discussion that needs to be had. Why do I need to fill out that form again? Oh, we just always been filling them out. That's not good enough. That's not good enough. I don't need I don't need somebody to teach me how to be a good person. Sorry. I can learn through how I treat people and the reactions that I get. When I treat them a certain way, they treat me positively. When I treat them a different way, they treat me negatively. I can learn through that way. I can learn through the way that other people treat me. Oh, I like when people do this to me or do this for me, so I'm going to do that for them and do that to them. Boom. Or I can learn from, oh, I hate when they do that, so I'm not going to do that. Like, there are so many ways for people to learn and to get this information. And if all else fails, you could read a goddamn book or two or three. And maybe all three you need, right? Two, I'm saying, sorry. Both things you need. But please stop with the excuses. Please.
There's men out there that are not present in their children's lives.
There are men. I want men also. I appreciate what this brother said when he said that he had to cut men off for not being present in their kids' lives. But I want y'all to understand that that is also extended to men who are in the home as well. A lot of men aren't present in the homes. A lot of men, like, I see it. I see the babies. I see niggas on their phones ignoring their babies. I've done that before. Dad, huh? You 45 seconds in to a minute twerk video. Mesmerized. Hey, it happens. Right? But no, some real shit. I've seen men not feed their children all day, wait for the baby mamas to come home, wait for the wives to come home, wait for the girlfriends to come home, whatever, or wait till they drop off the kids or whatever the case may be. I've seen the men who give their babies up to their moms all the fucking time, push the babies off onto their mothers, push the babies off onto the new women in their lives when they have a new girl. I've seen that happen a lot of times. I've seen the men live in the home, not clean up after the kids, not cook for the kids, not pay the kids any attention, be just outright a meanie to the kids, yelling at the kids. Like, I've seen all of that before. And I need for men to get it through our thick skulls that just because a man is there doesn't mean he's present. Just because a man is in the house doesn't mean he is present. We definitely need to start holding our friends to a higher standard when it comes to being a dad or when it comes to being a parent.
Yeah.
And they will use that.
Because we would never let a woman get away with that, ever. I want y'all to keep that in mind. We would never let a woman get away with that.
The line of, well, my dad was never around, so I don't know how to be a dad.
No, it don't matter, bro. Of course you don't know how to be a dad, but that's how we keep. I'm sorry because that pisses me off, and I'm about to go on a quick little rant. But you can't do that. Like, I stopped talking to a couple of my homies that were like that. Like, I let it slide before I became a dad because I didn't know it. I was just like, you lost some respect, but it wasn't like now as a dad, me not being in my kid's life, I don't respect you, bro. Like, how could you? It's such a cop out. Like, of course you didn't know. You learned that shit. You also didn't have a dad to teach you how to ride a bike. You learned that shit. We're supposed to be men. The most masculine.
This is him. See, this is why I side eye so many men. Even the woke men aren't woke. This is not a woke take, brother. You fell off at the end of me. This is a woke take. We're supposed to be men, all of that talk. Like, I'm telling y'all, man, we got to get rid of that language. We got to get rid of that rhetoric. It's not helpful. It's that benevolent, it's the benevolent misogyny that you're talking about right now. We're supposed to be men. We're supposed to be the providers. We're not. What if I told you we're not?
Thing a man can do is to take care, protect, and plan and provide for the life he helped create.
Protect and provide. Like I said, I'm just saying, brother, I think you are on the right path, but I think, like I said, I think you are practicing benevolent misogyny. It is not masculine for a man to protect and to plan. That is human. That is what every human is supposed to be doing, man or woman. Protecting and planning and providing for their children and themselves and their family. Everybody's supposed to be doing that. That's bare minimum. That is not a man's job. That is a human's job, especially when those humans have invited or brought people into this world that didn't ask to be here.
That is the most masculine, manliest thing we can do. And if you can't do that, bro, you're not my equal. I don't respect you.
And I want y'all to stop saying stuff that isn't masculine actually is masculine. Because men don't provide and protect. We don't. So it's not masculine. If men provided and protected, then it would be masculine. That would be a masculine characteristic, right? I think it is very feminine to provide and protect. I think because women actually do provide and protect, and they protect exponentially more than men, and they provide more than men do. That's what I'm saying. That's why I don't like that take. It shows the blind spot. It shows the ignorance. Yes, manly, woman. Like, what's more womanly than providing and protecting for your children? What's more feminine than that? That is something that humans are supposed to do. But in our society, men typically aren't the ones doing that. Women are. Therefore, it is a more feminine characteristic. Those are more feminine characteristics or traits or habits. Not masculine. Not at all. When I think of men, I do not think protector and provider one bit.